Greetings and salutations, everyone. It's time for another episode of Viewport Relay, a bi-weekly podcast where the Viewport team looks at the latest news in the gaming industry. As always, I'm your host, Albert Corson, joined by Tristan Jung. Boo! Oh, I'm spooked, but that must be our next host, Alex Nestor. Oh, you spooked me.
I didn't see you there. That was a little Halloween festivity right there.
You know, now that you brought that up, I should have maybe structured this episode more like Halloween. But
I mean, the news articles are scary as it is.
Oh, the first one's a real creeper.
Mm-hmm.
Make you jump out of your pants.
A big spooker.
That's what the kids are into nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Big spooks.
Jewelin' and spookin'.
Okay.
We at Viewport don't condone jeweling, vaping, or any other kind of e-cig for children.
For children. If you're
flossing.
If you're an adult... Oh.
Sorry, I completely cut you off. Keep going.
No. You scared me again. You caught me off guard. All right. Let's get rolling. Let's get this train out of the station and into our first stop of the day. What you've been playing. It's a familiar stop. It's one that you know by heart. But what games have y'all been playing?
I'll go first, because I know it's coming with Tristan, so I'll let him have a lot of time. Mine, I'm actually doing a bit of throwback. My friend just recently got into Borderlands 2, which is kind of crazy if you think about it.
But the third one just came out.
It did just come out, but that's Epic Store exclusive, and people don't like that, so... He's finally getting around to the second game, and I've been playing that with him, on and off. So, it's like an expert with the newbie.
Ah. Little novice network going on there.
Yeah, because obviously I know what I'm doing.
Albert.
Little prelude. Huh?
Yeah, that's a bit of a spicy spoiler for what you'd been up to, but I'll let you get into that yourself.
I bought the most expensive video game of my life, which is called Final Fantasy XIV, which...
It happened, everyone. It happened.
Yep. Finally bullied him.
There were no games to play. And you know what's the bad thing? There's so many games to play now. I kind of really want to play Outer Worlds. I heard it's really good. Not so much Call of Duty. I'm kind of on the fence. But there's the Battlefield.
Why those games specifically, huh?
Yeah, it's interesting.
Because they're the new games that came out.
Yeah, they came out last week, so I think it's fair.
Exactly. It's the news of the hour, Tristan, okay? But, I think you have something to say.
No, go on about Final Fantasy 14. I mean, you've been hearing us talk about it for a year and a half straight.
I'm an expert at this video game, and I've done every single side quest in the expansion so far.
Oh my god.
I've done literally every single side quest.
That's more hardcore than me.
I'm doing level 52 side quests as level 56 because I've done all the side quests.
Yeah, for context, he's doing Heaven's Ward. Give us some opinions right now. How are you feeling on the story compared to ARR, what you remember of it?
I don't remember anything that happened in the original game. It was 5 years ago. But what compared to the post ARR content, which I had to run through to get to this, it's like 50,000 times better.
Yeah.
But we're waiting. We're waiting.
No, we're waiting. We're waiting for you to finish.
You guys are going to be waiting like 1 month for me if you're going to be waiting. I bet you I can get there in 1 month.
Probably, if you continue playing at the pace you are.
Easy. All right.
I mean, you're watching all the cutscenes. I think that's the dedication.
I'm watching
right there.
half of I wait for if there's dialogue, like voice acted dialogue, and if there is, I watch no skippy, right? If there isn't, I just kind of run through
skim
it really
through
fast.
it,
Yeah, skim through it.
That's what I do.
I don't know if Tristan just pressed escape at the start and just skip every single time.
Oh, no, that's what I do. I have no idea what the story is.
You should do the New Game Plus.
It was made for Tristan.
Yeah, but I skip through ARR as well, so I need to wait for that to come out first. Because New Game Plus is Heaven's Ward onwards.
Okay. Well, you know what else is onwards? Tristan Jung is onwards and upwards into new gaming endeavors.
Hello.
Yeah, new gamer.
I decided to spend some money recently and buy some of the new games, namely Call of Duty and Outer Worlds. Call of Duty has been a love-hate relationship. It crashes on my computer every half an hour, every hour. It uses up all my CPU the entire time. I don't know what's going on. But other than that, the game is pretty fun. Campaign was fantastic. I mean, as good as the shooter campaign could be. Multiplayer is really fun. Spec Ops is pretty awful. So all in all, good game.
All in all, a classic Call of Duty release.
Classic. Yeah. I think what I like the most about this game is the guns have really good weight to them. So when you shoot, it kind of goes everywhere. Things kind of feel a little heavier. It feels a lot more Battlefield-esque compared to...
People die instantly.
Yeah, people do die instantly. Because I remember the original Call of Duty Modern Warfare used to be, like, people are, like, zooming around. There's a lot of jumping and crouch hopping or whatever you call it.
Jump and shoot, man?
Yeah. Jump and shoot, man. You die randomly, but I think they did a good job of kind of the design aspects around that. And then I've also been playing The Outer World, which Fallout 76 has primed me pretty well. It honestly feels like Game of the Year for me, just because of how awful Fallout 76 was last year.
A game from last year. Priming a goatee for this year.
Mm-hmm. No, but it's honestly a lot of fun. I think some people are still calling out the fact that there aren't that many decisions to be made and not that many moral stuff. But I think to me, it's been pretty good. It feels very Fallout New Vegas-y with the factions and the different people that you need to get good or bad karma for. And the gunplay has been okay.
I like a lot of the systems in the game. I think the major complaint I've seen so far is that the game's kind of really easy towards a point.
I'm playing on hard mode, and I have died maybe twice so far.
Is that the hardest difficulty?
No,
there's Supernova, but the problem is Supernova has permadeath for companions. So
it's like the not fun.
Yeah, a little less.
And Supernova adds in like hunger and sleep, which I feel like is just more tasks that you need to do rather than actual gameplay.
It's not fun, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, unless you're looking for something really hard.
Turns into daily life at that point.
I already have to eat and sleep and drink in real life. I don't want
to do it in game too.
My only complaint about The Outer Worlds is the lack of a radio. I've been telling Alex this.
Yeah, it's so quiet.
Yeah, it's super quiet. The in-game music is nice, but I wish there was like a radio station or something that I could use.
Yeah, it goes with a much more ambient soundtrack, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
In terms of,
Does this feel like a game that would move into expansion territory or just full-out sequel?
At this point, I don't know. I haven't made too much progress. I played about 4 or 5 hours. I feel like I just got into the meat of the game. Like, I just left a tutorial place, basically. So, I can report back once I play more.
Yeah, I heard some friends at work being like, where are you? At the end of the first world? Are you on the second world yet? And I was like,
I'm at the Outer World.
Is the sequel going to be called The Inner Worlds?
Yeah. Are you an innie or an outie?
Ooh.
Oh, man.
I have an Audi. Vroom vroom.
But one last game I'm probably gonna try to pick up is Disco Elysium, which
I've never heard of that video game in my life.
Right, yeah, it's a role-playing game I saw it just come out recently.
Yeah, it's a Western RPG type game, detective story based. I heard it's very good, lots of content. I heard people are comparing that game to Outer Worlds and saying that's a better RPG or something, so I might check it out.
Interesting. Cool. Playing some video games.
Finally. After like 6 months.
It's okay. In like 2 months, you'll be back to Final Fantasy.
Oh,
we're already back.
Podcast, we're getting back. The new content's out.
I will quote Alex literally yesterday, or perhaps 2 days ago, said, Tristan, I'm burnt out. Literally 2 days later.
I think that was Sunday. And yeah, it's like, alright, patches in like 2 days though. So
we're back.
Right when I thought I was out, I get sucked back in. They
pulled me back in.
Back.
Alright. We're train's moving on. We're moving on. Chug a chug chug. First story. Hey, Tristan Jung, Do
Hello?
you like this video game called Fallout 76?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I've been seeing this game a little bit on the internet. I don't know quite what it's about.
Now let me ask you this. If you know how you bought that game and you felt, you got cheated a little bit, right?
Yeah.
What if I told you that for the measly price of $100 a year, you could play more of that video game?
Oh, boy. $100.
News story. Bethesda announces Fallout First, a premium membership for Fallout 76, which is $12.99 a month or $100 a year. Why? That's all I have. Why?
I remember we were talking about this in Discord chat, and I was so livid. I was just like, who approved this? What the hell?
I posted this link, and you were like, this is like an April Fool's joke. Like, this can't be real.
It can't be real. This is... Okay, first of all, this is more expensive than Xbox Live or PS Plus, right?
Both combined.
Both combined. And like, I have never heard of people saying, oh, I wish I could play in a private world with my friends. I think the complaint has always been, I wish the game would work so I can play with my friends.
And guess what?
Yeah.
The private worlds don't work.
Oh my God. And like, everything else, receive 1,650 atoms, which I believe is about $16 worth every month. Okay.
Look at that money you're saving.
Sure. Scrapbox, unlimited storage for crafting components. Why don't you just make that part of the normal game, like every other Fallout game does? What is going on, Todd Howard? What is going on? What's
happening, man?
Mm.
First of all, let's talk about those features. So the private servers, people on your friends list on Steam can just, if you're in a private server, can just choose join game, and they can join your game with no password. So they're not really private. Also, they were promised to be like new worlds that you could start on your own, but people are starting games and noticing that there's still stuff behind. So they think they're just recycling old people's worlds. And the scrap box, people are putting like their crafting materials in it, and they're disappearing. So,
yeah. So typical Bethesda magic, where
$100
features don't work.
$100, anyone? Any takers?
But guys, the Ranger armor outfit from New Vegas is there. They know how to pander to their fans. They're they remember New Vegas.
Remember that game that Bethesda didn't make that you all love?
I honestly cannot believe they were at the lowest of the low, right? They could have taken all the time that they wanted to make this actually work.
Mm-hmm.
And they still screwed it up.
Like, I think they screwed it up, and it comes down to, this should all have been free. Like, for the disaster that was the launch of that game, the least you could have done was this is free, right?
That would be the sane thing to do, but really, up to this point, have you gotten the feeling that they've done anything except deny that it was a really bad launch?
That's true. Remember, they're oh my god, they're E3.
Yeah, they just pretended it basically didn't happen.
And then they made an effing battle royale. Quote that dude on stage.
Has that even come out yet, or did it
get? That was free.
Okay. That was like an E3 thing that came out like a week after E3.
But this does set a weird precedent where I think you kind of touched it. Like, a lot of this stuff probably should have been free as part of just updates to the game. Is a lot of the content going forward going to be gated behind this membership that you're having to pay?
And here's a worrisome thing, right? Like, games with battle passes are generally free to play.
Mm-hmm.
Is Bethesda testing out the waters to see hey, could we make a battle pass for a full price game and would people buy it?
At the expense of their most loyal players, this is the worst way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
No sensible person is gonna buy this on top of what they paid $60 or $40 or however many dollars that they paid to buy the game in the first place.
I think my favorite thing about the whole Fallout disaster was the canvas bag.
Oh my
where they
God.
advertised the canvas bag, and then when people didn't get it, they were like, "Oh, it was too much, so we just didn't do it." And I was like, "But you can't just say that. You can't be like, oh, this is a 7.1 surround sound stereo set. Oh, we took out the subwoofer though because it was too expensive to make."
Internet historian is joyous right now. I don't know, happy or sad. One one or the other. Like, he made that the fall of 76 video, and now it's still going on. I can't believe this is still going on.
Like, you think once they, like, release the Battle Royale, they're like, all right, that was a cool thing. Leave this game in the dust.
Yeah.
Let no one hear of it ever again.
Yeah.
And they're like, but wait, there's more.
We got one more thing.
We got one more thing.
Except unlike Nintendo, it's not something you want to see.
You don't.
I'm just gonna say, imagine if this was announced at E3. Holy moly!
Riots on the stage. People rushing the stage.
No, they were paid off. It would be cheers in the stage.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that Woo guy would be off the charts.
Okay.
It'd be like, can I buy a 10-year subscription for $1,000? Here's a weird thing to think about. Are they like, if there's anyone out there still playing this game, they'll buy anything. They've already stuck this far with the game.
Only the whales are left.
Only the whales are left.
The hardest of Fallout fans, I think, have to be still playing the game. Otherwise, I don't know who could be left.
They're all Woo guys. They're
all
single
Woo
one.
Guys.
We're all Woo guys now.
And Woo gals, you know.
Yeah.
What does Fallout First mean, huh? Is there gonna be a Fallout Second? Like a second-tier subscription service?
Oh, yeah. For the next game, yeah.
Oh,
There's gonna be this is first class, right? And then there's gonna be business, there's gonna be premium economy.
Yep.
You know, the whole shenan. You're gonna have to sue, like, for, like, luggage, right? Every time you want to carry your inventory around, you gotta pay for every second. You get one complimentary, and then you gotta pay for the rest.
Man, think of society in the game. There's going to be first classers and there's going to be like third class scum.
All the rangers are the first classers.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me sad, man. How it's just like it's literally just watching a car crash in slow motion.
How does Bethesda come back from all this? Like, their E3 was horrible. This is horrible. All they have is Doom Eternal.
Yeah.
That's all they have. But that's not gonna... They've done so much damage to their reputation at this point.
Alright, let's be real. Once Todd walks on stage and says Elder Scrolls 6...
Skyrim 2.
It's not gonna matter anymore. People are just gonna be excited.
What if they announce a premium pass alongside it?
Oh my god.
I don't think they're that stupid where they will introduce a season pass immediately upon it really showing
Games do that, though. Games do that, though.
They do, I know, but I don't think you can do... Well, maybe you can for something like an Elder Scrolls where you're like, hey, we already have this expansion planned, and you get it with the season pass.
First of all, we don't even know if Fallout 6... Elder Scrolls 6 is single player only.
That's true enough.
That Elder Scrolls Online exists for a reason, though.
Does it, though?
Oh, no. Elder Scrolls first.
Oh,
Here it comes. Here it comes.
I feel like at this point, we need to question everything Bethesda does, because there are no limits anymore.
I feel like they're questioning what they do, but they just do it either way.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely no regrets at any moment in their lives.
I don't know what's happening, guys. What's happening with video games?
Do you feel like Todd approves these things? I don't think Todd approves these things.
I don't think Todd approves any of this.
Yeah.
He just makes the games, man.
I feel it has to be coming from something like a publisher demand or something. Like they're trying to think of something to get monetary value out of these things.
I
feel like Todd... Oh, go ahead.
I actually feel bad for Todd. I feel like he's the fall guy for this. The fall guy for the Fallout. And like, I honestly don't feel like he makes these decisions.
I was going to say at this point, I think Todd's moved on to Elder Scrolls 6 or Starfield. I don't think he's working on this game anymore.
No, I'd say he's fully removed from it. I'd say Todd is mainly like that visionary role, like a Peter Molyneux or something, where he's just spouting off all these weird, crazy ideas he gets, and then the devs actually have to make his game, and then the publishers try to figure out how to properly monetize it, basically.
Mm-hmm. What if Fallout 76 has a subscription model? Is that...
Fallout 76 does, doesn't it? Basically, with this...
that was me imitating Todd.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Make it happen, devs.
Yep. And he's like, alright, I'll do it.
Already. Anything else? This is always a fun topic.
I mean,
this is the new Fortnite for us, I think.
And it's great because it's the gift that keeps giving.
It is. It's just a circus. I love it.
it's going to be like 2025, and it's going to be like Fallout has added a new give me your money and you get nothing back program.
Yeah, it's almost like Fallout 76 is like a satire of the games industry at this point. It's just like, here's all these tropes you love, but we're actually releasing it.
They're playing a game of Limbo secretly, and it's how low can you go, and they're winning. They're winning they're very low. They're touching the floor almost.
I'm just waiting for the Fallout 76 esports scene to pop up.
Oh man, yeah.
Fallout League. I'm ready.
Mm-hmm. Get some
headlining Fallout
skins.
Boy. Alrighty, let's truck on to a game that Tristan Jung has played called Call of Duty.
Oh, that's me.
Modern Warfare. We're going to talk about the story because IGN posted an article. Dan Stapleton, is he like their editor-in-chief, I think?
You're putting me on the spot. Executive editor for game reviews.
That sounds like an editor-in-chief almost.
Mm-hmm.
He essentially said that their COD review is going to be late because essentially they didn't have much time to play the game before it came out, and like the only actual public place you could play it was at a press event, and that's not really like an unbiased playthrough. And so we're just going to talk a little bit as like us as consumers and a little bit of like game reviewers and sort of like what should be seen as the industry standard for dealing with game reviewers and like how game reviews should be composed. So, first question, what are your opinions on press-only events for game showings?
In general?
Yeah.
Like what we did for Total War, or?
Like that, well, no, that's like, I'm talking about like an event just for one game where like, well, I guess you could say the kind of E3, but more of like the integrity of fairness for like showing off your game the first time at an event for like, is it what's the word? Like fair for journalists, or even like, is it fair for developers as well? Like, are they getting their game accurately represented at these events?
I think from a preview perspective, I think it's a fairly fair thing. And I mean, gives both the developer and the journalist outlet the kind of outlet to show this game off. Kind of give their pre-opinions of what it is without really giving it a score or anything. So I don't really see that as a problem. But once you get into more of this review space, I think that's where it becomes a much more gray area, where you're getting kind of paid off in a way for some of these events where they're giving you like gifts and things, inviting you to a nice party, nice place to sit down, play the game.
Yeah, I would like to see like what the actual hosts of the event like provide, right? Like, are they provide, we'll pay for your airfare and hotel, come out and play our game, right? And it's like, well, now you're getting a little like, not like quid pro quo-ish, but like, a little bit sketchy here.
It's just a matter of, if you're treated nicely, you're more likely to treat them nicely back, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be the ultimate inclination.
And it could be even be like a unconscious bias, that, right? Like, you're not trying to do it, but...
Right. We just naturally act that way.
Yeah.
Oh, sir, why are you on your knees? No, stop unzipping. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll
cut that all out.
Well?
I feel like, I'm sure there were, Activision representatives at this event, probably just watching over. It's like, imagine if we had to review Artifact at the Artifact appointment that we had.
Yep.
Like,
10 out of 10 game.
Like, I feel like there's so much pressure. And, some of the reviews that we've even written, the one I did for Super Smash, a lot of the docked points basically came from online being bad. I'm sure online's going to be pristine at these events. So I feel like as a reviewer, it doesn't actually capture the consumer experience. So it would,
which
it
is
would
what
be unfair.
Consumers are looking for.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, so, if I had a 30 gigabit internet connection and we all lived in the data center, we're going to have a really fun time.
Our brains are going to be hooked into Google Stadia and we're just going to play the games in our brains.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm sure if I could download the game in a reasonable amount of time, I would enjoy it a lot more, but
So here's a follow-up question. It kind of moves away from like maybe like review practices, but Is it surprising that games that focus largely on multiplayer experiences can even be reviewed before the game is even out to the public? And this is like a question for game reviewers, right? Do you think that's like the right thing to do just for like getting clicks because the game's out, right? Clicks on your reviews?
I think...
Do you think that's a weird practice that we've been doing?
I think some outlets have started doing single player and multiplayer, like they split it out.
Yeah, Call of Duty on IGN is going to do that.
I think that makes more sense because, even if you try to do multiplayer during the press embargo, you're only playing with other reviewers. And I'm sure there's only a few hundred people, so it doesn't really...
Yeah, it's not really representative of what you're going to get once it's more people.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's that weird, like, Call of Duty servers were down for, like, the first 6 hours or something, right? When it came out. So, like, if you already wrote the review, it's not like a huge factor in like the overall long-term quality of the game, but still it's something that would probably get noted in many reviews. Like, hey, game launched and servers were down.
I think that's like encroaching reviewer philosophy territory. Like, sure, if you want to buy it on launch day and you're reading this review, maybe it'll make sense. But like, if you're going to buy it a few months down the line, that's probably not a concern. But then that also goes back to like, should the reader be more cognizant of that fact? I don't know. I think that's a more deeper question.
A more deeper question.
A deeper question.
Just, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you out on the grammar. But yeah, it's just, I found it interesting that, like stuff like balance issues that usually take like, maybe like, I mean, sometimes things can be really broken and get found out really quickly, right? Mm-hmm. That, obviously if it's super broken, it'll probably get fixed, but usually it's something that affects the experience of like people buying the game for the first couple months or couple of weeks or couple months, right? That are going to play this game. So I find it interesting how you can accurately give it like scores on how good it'll be, even though that's the key, like things like that can happen.
I don't know. I think that's very hard. Like, how do you review ongoing games? How do you review Fortnite?
Well, I mean, that's a little different, right?
Is it?
At least, I mean, because that, like, the content changes over time. I guess with this game it does too, but, like, at least, like, the core gameplay experience online, you can at least rate. And maybe that's what they would say about, like, what they're playing when they're playing pre-launch copies, right? Is like, okay, this is what the core experience is going to be like. It might differ, like, when the game comes out, but this is to the best of our ability, like, it's what it's going to be like. Yeah. I guess that would be like a counter argument they would make.
Mm-hmm. I also think it's just an issue of the whole review culture. Like, people want to read the reviews before playing the game, which, sure, understandable, but it's like, for things like this, I feel like it's impossible.
Yeah, you really need more time than just minus 7 days before release to really give a true opinion of the game, I think.
Yeah, the sketchiest thing I have is still when a game doesn't give out review copies. That's the sketchiest indicator of a game, right?
Almost heaven.
Wait, did that not have pre-launch copies? I don't remember.
I think Bethesda's been...
That's right, Bethesda's the one that doesn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of sketchy.
Yeah, and then everyone held off on releasing a review for at least a couple weeks, right?
Or like a week. I think it was like a week.
Yeah, a week and a half or so.
Like, it only took people like 3 hours into the game to realize it was broken.
No, so. I was on that shit.
No. We at Viewport wanted the full experience.
God.
Did you give it a score? I don't remember, Tristan.
4 out of 10.
Do you think that it was higher or lower than it should have been at this point in time?
Oh, now I don't even know if that should be a video game anymore.
What about a video game you can pay $100 a year to play?
Jesus Christ.
Well, that's technically FF14, but at least 14's content is a little higher quality, I would at least argue.
Literally half of the price of that subscription is, we're giving you in-game currency.
Sorry, I gave it a 3 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah. What does a 3 out of 10 even mean versus 4? Who knows?
It's like you tried. Not even. It's worse than you tried.
God.
Okay, let's move on. We're going to go to our last story. It's going to be about Steam, and we're going to talk about some remote play together.
Yay.
So essentially, this is couch co-op. That'd be. I'd watch that TV show. Couch co-op, which is essentially now on Steam, you can do split screen co-op with your friends on a split screen game. So essentially, how it works is if I own this video game and Tristan doesn't, like maybe like Overcooked or something, he can just join my game. And it'll stream my game screen to his computer, and we're essentially like we're playing on one console. We're playing a multiplayer game together.
It's like I'm in your house.
It's like you're in my house, and I'm wondering how you got here. But then you're here, and we're playing.
Yeah.
You guys play? You guys miss playing split screen games ever? I feel like Switch is the one console that I've been playing a lot with friends on, and that's like the only thing I've done it on.
Yeah, I feel only really indie games do a lot of split screen anymore, and I don't play those.
I think that's the issue. Like, split screen has become such an old thing. People don't, like, developers don't even support it. So maybe this will spur more motivation to add split screen again?
Yeah, and at the same token, though, I just feel it's kind of pointless. So I'm not actually sitting next to my friend or anything. It doesn't really capture that same feeling to me. If I was just playing remotely, but we're all just seeing the same screens as each other, I don't know. Just, it seems kind of cheap to me.
I've heard the coolest thing with this feature is I have some friends that want to play BlazBlue, and you can play, one person can buy the game, and you can just, like you're playing locally, one-on-one against each other, you can play each other.
Oh, Tekken
okay,
time.
That's cool then. Yeah, let's
you can
play
do Tekken too.
Alright, I like it now.
All right,
like fighting games. Fighting games is like the big thing, right?
Okay,
Because those are like when I talk about like playing games on Switch, it's like Smash Bros, right? Like that's the one game like multiple of us are playing on the same console. So like fighting games in general are like amazing for this genre.
Okay, I actually think that's a fantastic implementation of that then. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Maybe this will help the fighting game scene grow a lot better.
Or
maybe
people will only buy like 1/4 of the copies because they only need one person to buy it.
That's true as well. But then it's like you need your friend to, like you always need your friend online to be able to play as a thing, right?
You
like,
always need a friend.
Yeah, you need
let's
a friend.
start with that.
So, you know,
you need to keep your friend.
Mathematically, that eliminates half the people that wouldn't buy.
Oh, no.
Healthy friendships, the simulator.
Hey, remember, social links are not just in Persona. You should maintain them in real life too. That's a little life tip. Light tip.
That's like a Tristan the more you know.
Yeah.
Little dun 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 dun. One last question. Maybe not a question, but a note. Steam's been doing a lot of cool stuff, and I'm wondering if you think that's just because that's what they want to do, or if they're getting pushed from like Valve, right?
Valve's
like,
getting pushed
Epic.
From Valve.
Well, as in like they're getting pushed by. I guess the Steam team is getting pushed by Epic to sort of develop features that Epic doesn't have to sort of drive the market. And if like, hey, maybe this Epic Store thing, you know, all the Steam boycotters that like, screw Epic, blah, 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 if they're actually sort of gaining a little out of this because it's pushing some competition.
I don't know. Steam has like 1 billion more features than the Epic launcher does still.
Yeah,
but I mean, like, you can't just grow stagnant, right? You got to keep building new stuff.
I feel like the Epic launcher is so far behind that perhaps they don't even need to worry. Like, I bought Outer World, right? And I couldn't even preload the game.
Wait, they don't have preloads on that? I thought they did have preloads.
No, they don't have preloads.
Oh.
And, like, the whole chat system
That's actually really bad.
Like, in 2019, no preload. Friends List works. I've added people, but, like...
Can you join games off of them?
I think you can join Fortnite, which is the only thing that really matters, I guess.
Yeah, that's why you don't need to preload games, because there's only one game you need on that platform.
You know, we laugh at the Epic platform for what it misses, and then I look back at this thing called the Nintendo Switch Online, which I'm actually paying money for, and that it's lacking everything more than that.
Hey, they've got an app.
At least get NES games, right?
That's true. But is that really like a feature of the store, or is that just a virtual console?
A Nintendo thing?
That's what you're paying for.
That's true. That's actually what you're paying for. Oh, man. You can't even chat with people unless you're on the app, I think.
Well, that's dangerous. People say mean things to you.
It's true. They say woo me, and then it hurts your feelings.
Yep.
Woo me.
Woo yeah.
All right. So, maybe not push from Epic and just Valve being like, hey, we're doing cool stuff with Steam. We want to keep doing cool stuff with Steam. Because they have, like, their new UI stuff. They had that research lab we talked about a couple weeks ago, or a couple episodes ago. So, doing a lot of cool stuff. Guys, are you ready?
I'm always ready.
We have a game.
Oh,
we games.
Have a game.
It's been a while, huh?
And alrighty, guys, here's our game today. It's called Running in the 90s. So it's PC games only, but it's a little video game music trivia with only games in the 90s for PC. And I bent the rules a little bit. I have 2 games from the year 2000.
Oh my god.
So Running in the 90s plus 1. There's some good games, all right? I had to keep them in here. I'm going to ask you guys a question now. I'm going to ask how many modifiers you want. In terms of that, it's currently going to be 1 point per game, right? But you can also do 1 point if you get it's kind of like a 1, 2, 3, right? You can keep getting bonus points. But it's 1 point for the game, 1 point if you can guess the year the game came out. If you want to do that. And it can also do 1 point if you know the name of the track. Do you guys want to do any bonus points or no bonus points?
Put in all the modifiers.
Put in all the modifiers.
All or nothing.
All right. To get the modifiers, you got to go one by one. So if you want to get the year, you obviously have to get the name of the game right. And if you want to get the track, you got to get the year right.
Okay. And how does stealing work with the modifiers on?
Do you want to steal? I didn't incorporate stealing, but I feel like stealing is kind of weird.
Is it? What if I get the game right, but the year wrong, but then Alex gets the year right?
See, I feel like years are tricky because there's only 10 years that I'm doing, so you can just kind of throw out a year. So maybe stealing is not great.
Okay, no stealing. Fair. Okay.
No stealing. Okay.
All right.
Okay. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 games.
Oh my god.
So there can be a tie. But there's some tricky ones in here that I don't think you guys are going to get, but I had to put in here just in case.
Okay. Alex and I, do you want to rock, paper, scissors the first one? Because I think we both
No, we're going to do it. We're going to do it.
Oh.
We're going to do it.
Okay.
All right? It'll be our test one. How about that? It'll be our test one.
Okay.
All right. Sorry for everyone listening. I had to play the track a little in there. It was a very giveaway. Here we go. Alex.
All right. It is Doom.
All right.
And then,
you know the year?
I'm trying to think of it. I'm saying probably 1994.
That's incorrect.
Oh.
It's 93.
That's close.
All right. But that was just a practice one. You kind of get how it goes?
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're all good. We've done this before.
We got it. Yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
Alrighty. It's going to play the rest of the song again, and then we'll go to the next one. Tristan can cut it out if he wants. I don't care. Oh, the song name was At Doom's Gate, by the way. If you wanted to know the name. Alex?
Need for Speed.
That is incorrect. I'm sorry. Tristan, it's almost the end of the song, but I'm going to resume it. Okay.
Yeah, I got it with the 2 last notes.
Out there?
Yeah. No, I have no idea what this is.
All right. The game was Half-Life 1, and the song was the closing theme of the
96.
98.
98. Man, I'm botching all this.
All right, this one could be quick. Ready? Tristan.
Command and Conquer Red Alert.
Correct. 1 point on the board. Do you have a year?
97?
Oh, 96.
Oh.
You know the name of the song?
Something March.
Alex, you know the name of the song?
Hell March?
Yeah, there you go. All right, I can't give you a point, but I'm sorry, but we're going to keep moving.
Brownie point. That's all I get.
Brownie points, exactly.
You just gotta let him shout it out. I love that.
Here he comes. There we go. He shouted it.
He shouted.
Tristan.
Sim 3000. SimCity 3000.
That is correct.
Damn, nice.
Do you have a year?
90... Nope. This is one of those cheater ones. I think it's 2000.
That is correct. Do you know the name of the song?
Title screen.
Oh, sorry. It's technically called Broadway. All right, but good. That's good for 2 points.
I caught on. I caught on the cheat.
Caught a little cheat. All right, I'm resuming.
What a classic.
Dude, this is the best song ever. All right. There were no takers. Apparently, we have no Unreal Tournament fans in the house. That was the Foregone Destruction Facing World song. It's like the famous image of like the 2 giant pyramids in space map.
Oh, Blood Gulch in space.
This came out years before that. 99, but it was Unreal Tournament OG.
I played UT 2004.
That's the one most people played.
I can't remember the music from that game.
Alrighty, here we go. Next one. Tristan.
Is this Warcraft 2?
It is not. That is incorrect. Alex, you got a guess?
I don't even have a guess.
That is EverQuest, the opening theme.
Really?
1999. All right. I told you some were tricky. We are resuming. Alex.
Deus Ex.
Oh my god.
That is correct.
That came out in 1999.
That is incorrect. It came out in the year 2000.
Yeah, that was one of the 2000s.
Oof.
All right. Yeah.
Do you want to know the name of the song for brownie points?
That was just the main theme.
Yep, main title. Title.
That kind of sounded like the PS1 opening jingle, and I got really confused.
Does a little bit, yeah.
All right, let's listen in on the rest.
So good when it gets going. I don't even know if it gets going in your little sound clip, though.
That was probably not. But you got it from the first note, so...
Mm-hmm. Played way too much that game.
Alex.
Grim Fandango.
That is correct.
All right.
Oh, man.
I just guessed it from the noise.
Do you have a launch year? Release year?
95.
That's incorrect. Sorry, it was 98. Towards the later 90s. The song title was Hector Steps Out.
I guess they did have 3D CG for that game.
Yep,
so,
yep,
yeah,
that's pretty
makes more
advanced.
sense, yeah.
Alrighty, we're going to keep going. Tristan.
Missed.
That is incorrect.
Oh.
I'm going to resume. There's like probably 1 second left. Alex, any guesses?
Let's go with Turok 1.
Did that even come out for PC?
I don't know, but I'm guessing it.
That is incorrect.
The Hail Mary.
The answer was a little throwback. Fallout 1.
Oh.
1990. So you hear those nuclear sirens in the background?
Just revealed ourselves as not true Fallout players.
You didn't remember the music from Fallout 1. And the song was Metallic Monks, which is apparently a pretty famous song.
Sweet song name.
Fallout 1, more like Fallout First, if you know what I mean.
Oh, no. We're resuming. Alex.
Duke Nukem 3D.
Correct. You have a year.
That one is, that one's, I want to say like 96.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Oh.
Alright. Finally got a year right.
Do you want to name the track?
I want to say that was just the Duke Nukem main theme.
It is correct again!
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding!
Alex pulling ahead.
Alrighty. Oh my god, Tristan.
I'm
gonna have to put you on a clock here.
No, I know what the song is.
I'm gonna have to put you on a clock. I need the game first. I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2.
This is embarrassing.
1. And you have a guess? No? Okay. Alex, you buzzed in.
Diablo.
Diablo is correct. You know the year.
97.
That was 96.
Oh, man.
Do you know the name of the song?
Tristram.
Tristram Village is correct. Tristan. Ooh. That one stings. That was a chance to come back. You just heard one little rift right there.
Yeah, and I'm like, I heard this.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the song everyone remembers from this game, right? So I put this song, because I got like some weird other songs, and I was like, no one's gonna know these songs.
Yeah, this is the most iconic theme, probably from the Diablo series.
Tristan.
StarCraft 1. Like,
okay.
The OG StarCraft. 98.
Not StarCraft first.
Not Brood War, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
98.
That's correct.
Terran theme.
Which number?
1.
Correct.
Terran theme first.
No, it goes up to 3.
It does go to 3. It does go to 3. All right. Correct.
Are you insulting my heritage with these questions?
Yes. This is Jimmy. Rainer here. Alex.
Age of Empires 2.
That is correct.
Oh, that's what it was.
Oh, do you recognize it, Tristan?
Yep. I recognize the song.
You
I
have
didn't know
a year.
94.
97. Way later.
Wow, way later.
97.
Okay. I could have sworn that came out near when I was born, but okay.
If you know the name of the song, I'll give you the bonus point either way, but I don't think you know the name of the song.
I couldn't even guess.
The name of the song is Smells Like Crickets, Tastes Like Chicken.
Oh, perfect.
Nice.
Very intuitive.
Yes. All right, going on. Tristan.
Thief?
Incorrect. Alex, got anything?
Nah, I got nothing.
Should have gone back, Tristan. It was Mist.
Oh, man.
1993, and it was the main theme.
Interesting. It had almost like a Deus Ex feel to it. But I
Did.
already said that once. I didn't think you were bamboozling me.
No, there's no bamboozles here. All right, here we go.
It feels so familiar.
Sounds like a Legend of Zelda or Fire Emblem song.
Any guesses?
King's Quest?
Incorrect.
I got nothing.
It was Warcraft 2, Tides of Darkness. Little Easter egg. That is the song that plays during the Hearthstone Finding a Match tune. Like when you're waiting for a match, it goes da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. 1995, and it was song Human 6.
Oh, yeah.
My
Six.
favorite,
Classic.
my favorite of the humans.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Tristan.
Quake?
Quake is correct. Do you have a year?
94?
96.
Ugh.
The song was main theme. Tidbit. That song was by Nine Inch Nails.
Huh.
They did the theme for that. And it sounded like Doom 2016, didn't it?
Yep,
Did a
that's
little
why.
bit. Yeah, that's why
I was like, well,
very
Doom didn't
confused.
come out. Did it just loop there?
It sounded like it was looping, huh? Didn't it? Any guesses?
Rayman.
What? No. No.
Wait, why not? Rayman was a PC game.
It didn't sound like Rayman.
It could have sounded like Rayman.
Alex, got anything?
Age of Mythology.
No, it was Civ 2. Main menu music, 1996.
I like how it's just like a 5-second loop.
Yeah, but it's the menu music, so like if you like were on the menu, you'd hear that song.
Yeah, you just need to press any button.
Exactly. All right, last song. We are at the scores right now. Uh-oh, this could be dangerous. We are at a 7-point tie, and I do not have a tiebreaker. I do not have a tiebreaker. I might need to pull.
Alex,
I might need
collusion?
to pull one out.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Oh my god!
Boom, baby.
He's got
Roller
it.
Coaster Tycoon.
Correct. You
Yeah.
have a year.
97.
That's wrong. 99. Get out of here, you phony. Title screen.
That's the...
Yep, title
You
screen.
knew that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta be fast. We're gonna go through the rest of it. This is your victory music, Tristan. Congratulations. I'm gonna score it 8-7.
I knew that was coming at some point.
You are running in the
I should have
90s.
known it was.
I knew both of you would know it, I think, so that's
Yeah.
why I put it in there.
RCT just has endless bangers. You could have chosen any song in there, and it has been incredible.
I didn't want to bet on that. I didn't want to go that far. Alright. Congratulations, Tristan. That's the end of the episode.
I mean, we kept it close.
You kept it close, 8-7.
Right to the end.
Scripted.
Scripted. Fallout first, running in the 90s. Something. Alright, guys, that wraps it up for episode 38 of Viewport Relay. Viewport Relay is available on Radio Public, iTunes, Google Music, Stitcher, Podbean, and all your favorite podcast directories. If you enjoyed this episode, please take a moment to subscribe, review, and share it with your friends. We're also on social media as Viewport Gaming on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. But Tristan, why Viewport Gaming?
Well, Viewport Relay is part of Viewport Gaming, a website that provides a look into video games through reviews, features, and podcasts. You can check out all Viewport content at viewportgaming.com.
Thank you very much, Tristan. And as always, I've been your host, Albert Corsten, joined by the winner, Tristan Jung.
See ya!
And the not winner, Alex Nestor.
See you next time.